and I will just make sure the volume is good. Yeah, you are allowed to say forbidden words. Yes.
Pedophile.
All right. You go. All right. One by one. Dimitri, say talk normally.
Hi, welcome to the Two-Way Brotherhood podcast.
Rob.
Dimitri has a foreskin.
And
Oh yeah,
Austin.
you're looking up at it though.
Podcast brother 2, welcome. Hi.
Oh yeah, we all sound great, dude.
I'm
Alright.
surprised this microphone still works. I dropped it so many times, man.
It's Chinese, buddy.
Shit is a fucking tank, man. I swear, man.
Sounds like shit though.
Hey, they can still hear us, man. I'm for real, man. I dropped this so many times it slipped out my hand. Trying, put it right next to the laptop and it just go right on the floor. I'm like, damn, it's broke.
You could actually you could pull in the mic a little bit too, Dimitri.
I can.
Yeah,
put it
because
closer. Put it closer to your mouth.
yeah, Rob's animated today. He's talking a little louder than
Oh,
normal.
okay. I don't know if he might have repositioned it or something.
I could probably put it closer.
Reposition
Let's
my
do it
dream.
fucking live then. Let's
What's
do
the
it live.
quote of the day?
Is this better? It's closer. Is it too loud?
Never
No,
trust
I meant
the
that
government.
you were good already.
That's
You
that's
didn't.
the quote.
Let me put it back then. Cool.
What's the quote, Dimitri?
Never trust the government.
I love it.
I got one.
Short,
A hoe
sweet, and to the point.
will always be a hoe.
There's a 1% chance that she'll change her life.
Ain't no fucking 1% chance.
The quote of the day
That's the
should
ratio.
be, who the fuck are you to put me on trial? I've never done that
Oh shit.
Well,
So,
since we're gonna be talking about Chinese apps, why don't we do a Chinese quote?
How about we say never trust the government? Let's
Do a
go.
Confucius quote.
Fucking
Confucius.
almost 12,
quote.
yo.
我这叫不
Okay,
会要
and-
冰淇淋，冰淇淋。
Act like you got a pair, Dimitri.
I gotta
Dude, where's
wake
my
up at
car?
4.
Motherfucker, I stayed up all night and went to work and drive for
All right,
fucking
You
16
have no
hours.
children. You have no children.
Wham. You made the choice, nigga.
Okay.
are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
We're going public.
No, give
Here
me
we go.
40 minutes.
Pubs.
I gotta clear my search history.
That kitty porn that get you fucked up.
Hey man, you gotta can't be saying stuff like that. I'm gonna.
Oh
start
shit, we
the intro.
live?
I just said we're going public.
Oh shit, okay. Shit. But were we live when I said it?
Hey, listen, the main thing I want this podcast to be about, okay, is about us being friends, all right? And we fucking roll.
And we fucking hate guns.
Hey, what's
Welcome
up?
to
Hey,
Brotherhood
welcome to
Podcast.
2A Brotherhood, brothers.
We're back. Sorry we missed y'all last week.
Yep.
Yeah, we were all hungover and homosexual.
Ooh, shit was going on.
It was
We all-
excuses.
No, listen, we all lost an hour of sleep, so I
Right.
won't hold that against anybody.
Shit
Bro,
was popping off.
Dude. When you
So
have kids, that hour feels like it's crazy what it does.
That's a
to your life.
self-inflicted wound. Stop talking about kids.
I mean,
Self-inflicted
I'm just
wound.
saying.
It really does, though, man. Like when you lose that hour, man, it makes so much of a difference. Cause like, from 2
Yeah.
a.m. straight to 3 a.m. It was like, nah, man.
Yeah, it kind of did suck, especially
Well,
if you
the
got
quote
drive.
of the day is, right? The quote of the day is, do not trust anything the government says, because we're going to talk about the TikTok ban bill, everybody. And you're going to find out why. Because they're telling us to save us because they're trying to keep us away from China. But they have put in some sneaky little fucking things in there.
Of
Ooh.
course.
The scariest phrase
Hey.
is, "Hi, I'm from the government. I'm here to help."
Mhm.
Exactly.
President
Oh,
Ronald
shit.
Reagan.
I
It was
forgot.
the nine most it's the nine most terrifying words from the government.
Let me help you.
Was that I'm from the government and I am here. Oh, and I'm here to. I don't know.
No, I'm from the government, and I have your best interests in mind.
Government,
From
and
the government.
to-
I'm here to, and I'm here to help. I'm from the government and I'm here to help. So,
They're never
being
here
said,
to help.
Dimitri, you have the if you
So-
want to open up the
I'm-
floor with this with the
I'm
bill,
here to help.
uh,
Where's the KY jelly?
Senate Bill 686, otherwise known
Yeah,
as the Restrict Bill.
Yeah, so it's
To restrict.
the restrict Senate 686. You said.
We're restricting everything.
Well, yeah. So if you look at the bill in section 1, it says is short title. It says this
Yeah,
act
yeah.
may be cited as the restricting the emergence of security threats that risk information and communications technology act, or the quote Restrict Act end quote. Like,
End quote.
like
Have a
who
lot of quotes in it.
like who thought of that? Look here, I'll share it so you can
I
actually
did.
see.
I thought of
Oh,
it.
you already shared it?
A bill.
I was the one that thought of that. I'm
Like
actually deeply
listen
offended.
right here. It literally just says restrict. Like somebody thought of an
Restrict.
acronym.
Let's think
But
of
is
a
it-
bunch of words to make it sound like restrict.
But doesn't that sound like
Did
a
it.
threat? A threat to this country is illegal immigration.
No,
Illegal
'cause
immigration is the
TikTok.
best thing that ever happened to this
Well,
country.
no.
Shut
So
your mouth.
real quick, before we get into that bullshit, let's get to the section where we were just reading about. What section was that,
Right.
Joshy?
Section 5.
So section 5 on the bill that everyone is you can look this up, Google it, and it's the first one. It says Congress some shit. Section 5. Let's
This
go.
one priority information and communications technology areas.
Okay.
The
so
one
you go
Austin
to-
was reading.
Yeah, that one. So these sneaky motherfuckers it's not just about TikTok, okay? It's never about what they tell you. It's never, ever. Just like the Patriot Act. With this thing, they're saying they're going to protect us from China, and they're just pissed because they don't have the United States can't get access to our data. It's all going to China. All right. And then on top of that, what they're trying to do is go ahead, Joshy.
So
Information
can I
and
simplify it? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
you actually go ahead. Austin explained it a little bit better. I need
Okay,
to
go ahead.
So it
yeah.
seems like to me, what they say, hey, you can't have the information of the U.S. without us going through it first.
Yeah, basically.
I
No,
want to
but
know what
Austin-
they're doing.
Austin, do you have the part? What?
I have it pulled up. So the basically section 5 is considerations, priority information and communications technology areas. In carrying out section 3 and 4,
Yeah.
the secretary shall prioritize evaluation of, and then it lists software, hardware, and any other products or service integral to telecommunication products and services, including A,
This is
wireless
when it gets
local
sneaky.
area
Sorry.
networks, B, mobile networks, C,
Mhm.
satellite payloads, D, satellite operations and controls,
Mm-hmm.
E, cable access points, F, wireline access points, G, core networking systems. H, long, short, and backhaul networks or edge computer platforms. Um, and then one of the other things they're looking at is internet hosting services, cloud based or distributed computing and data storage,
Hmm.
machine learning, predictive analytics,
So
and
AI.
and data science products and services, including those involving the provision of services to assist a party utilize, manage, or maintain open source software.
Hmm.
But here's the big part, right? Internet or network enabled sensors, webcams, endpoint
Mm.
surveillance or monitoring devices, modems, and home networking devices, if greater than 1 million units have been sold to persons in the United States at any point during the year period preceding the date on which the covered transaction is referred to the Secretary for review or the Secretary uh, review or the cover transaction.
Okay, so
Another,
what that means, I'm sorry to
They be
cut you off.
monitored.
yeah, go ahead,
For
go
the
ahead.
people, they're going to monitor your ring cameras. They're going to monitor your home security system. So if you have cameras in your house, they could get to it without your permission at all. So they can literally look in your house without your permission. On top of that, the ring cameras. If you have cameras inside your house, outside your house, at their doorbell, you can have one on your dash cam. If it's on the internet, they will be able to access it without you even knowing.
Hmm.
So keep
Yeah.
going, Austin.
The next thing is unmanned vehicles, including drones and other aerial systems, autonomous or semi autonomous vehicles, or any other product or service integral to the provision, maintenance, and management of such product or services. So, like Tesla self driving, I think that includes.
Mm-hmm.
Does that
Hmm.
not include the Tesla self driving feature and then the other vehicles that are getting into that as well?
Yep. So another thing that they're talking about, that this they're going to probably try to link these two bills together. I forgot what it is, but they're basically saying that I think it was by 2028, every single car on the market has to have a kill switch automatically put it into it. So what
Hmm.
does that mean? That
Just to
means
stop your
that
shit whenever they want.
exactly. So if they don't want you to drive, they could just kill your car. You can't turn your car on. The key fob, you're not even going to be able to stick the key in and turn it on, because that kill switch is just going to kill your engine. It could, I mean, I guess they're going to say, hey, that we're chasing somebody, we could save lives. We could just turn off their car whenever they will, or,
Hmm.
if they're driving, we could just turn it off, and then now we could just arrest them real quick. So there's no high speed chases. There's none
Mhm.
of this bad things that are happening. So that's how they're going to push it.
Oh,
And the
And
listen,
whole
you
thing
did
is,
mention.
you know what
the
that
whole thing
reminds
is,
me of?
if you don't pay your car note,
Mhm.
if you don't pay your car note, they're going to be able to shut your car down. So you can't freaking drive it. On top
Listen,
of that, Ford is trying to make their cars drive off of your property. So you know how before, like, you could just park it in your backyard and then they can't come and repo it because it's in your backyard and it's
Dude,
fenced
everything's
off.
hackable.
Exactly.
no.
So what Ford is going to do is going to make your car drive itself off of your property so that it could be towed, and then eventually it will just drive itself to the freaking Ford dealership that you bought it from
What
because
you're
you didn't pay
saying?
it.
Listen, what you said about them stopping the chases and everything. That kind of reminds me of them saying that banning AR-15s will stop crime.
Yeah.
Well,
They always say, they always put like the little sugar coat around it. They always try to make it seem like they're doing us a favor, and it's not.
yeah.
Because I mean, like, if this passes, we
Mhm.
already don't have privacy because of the Patriot Act. Okay, we
Yeah.
already don't have
Mhm.
privacy. This is going to make it even worse. They're literally going to be able to, and it said mobile devices, so they could already hack your camera. They could already hack it at
Mhm.
any point. Now it's 100%. You could literally be walking. I don't know if you guys ever seen Fast and the Furious, the God's Eye. Did you guys ever see that part where they
No.
used the? Okay, well, so basically, God's Eye was a piece of technology that was created that used everything that was on the internet, and you could basically search for people. You can map out entire ecosystems. So, like, if you're looking for somebody, and there's obviously people on the phone at all times, there's access to that to the cameras. So if someone's on the phone, they can access the camera that's on the back and search. And this
Oh
and
yeah,
God's Eye, you remember?
yeah. It was almost like the one from Batman. Remember,
Yeah,
where
that's what I
everything
Yeah,
was
was
saying.
exactly.
sonar,
That's why
or like
Morgan Freeman wanted to
or
stop being Alfred.
Yeah,
Eagle Eye. You know,
yeah,
you remember Eagle Eye?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, they tried to do some. Remember how they? I wanted to mention. Remember, you told us this. I think Dimitri a while back with the
Uh huh.
electric vehicles. Um, that if you somehow, if instead of taking your vehicle to the dealership or some kind of authorized shop that works with Teslas or other electric
Mm-hmm.
vehicles, they they find out that you've been tampering with the machinery,
Uh-huh.
then they don't allow fast charging anymore.
Oh, I didn't.
You
I don't remember
There
that
was something
that
about that.
ripple.
Like if you violate the warranty and try and do
Yeah.
stuff yourself, they will take away fast charge or supercharge, whatever it's called, where the
I mean,
battery doesn't charge. And I think that's just like one step closer towards, oh, let's just shut your vehicle off. The kill switch engaged.
no. So like a lot of rental cars, they have kill switches in because
Mm-hmm.
obviously it's not the owner that's going to be driving the car. So if you rent my car and you told me you're going to stay in this state, and all of a sudden I have boundaries on the area you're supposed to be driving, and you exceed that boundary, I could shut your car off. But that's my private property. You're renting it. This
Hmm.
will literally go into the hands of the government that they could just shut your car off whenever they want. So imagine you say fuck Joe Biden, and next thing you know, you can't get to work tomorrow because your car doesn't turn on. You get an email saying you talk shit about Joe Biden in his 15th sentence. You know what I mean? He's a pile of goop in the corner, but he's a great president. So you can't talk shit about him. Now you can't drive for 2 weeks.
Dude, that's like that sounds like something Chinese, like the social credit
Well,
score thing.
that's
Like
what they
you
want, dude.
you
Here's
talk about the government, and now we're gonna lock your bank account, or
Yep.
we're gonna take money from you as a
Hmm.
fine for
That
talking
sounds
bad
like
about.
well here's
communism.
here's the thing, right?
Dude.
That's not even all the stuff that they're talking about, like in this bill. Like there's more stuff: desktop applications, mobile applications, gaming applications, payment applications like Venmo,
Yep.
Cash
See,
App,
they're always man.
Zelle, web-based applications, artificial intelligence and machine learning, quantum keys, quantum communications, quantum computing,
Quantum.
post-quantum cryptography,
But
autonomous
i-
Uh,
systems, like a bunch of stuff.
imagine
But
if you would
here's
get the chip. If
but
you would
here
get the chip in you, man.
here's the point I
I'm sorry.
wanted to read off to y'all. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Um, let me see.
there's no such thing as it's like there's like nothing in here that protects your privacy.
So here's the part where they're basically stating about
Well, it
where.
protects it from China. That's the important part.
So
Yeah, like
here
I said, the U.S. need to see it first so they know what we're doing.
so here's the
Yeah.
part where it's talking about them being able to
What you
access
guys
it.
telling China?
So I think this
Go
is the
ahead.
part where they're talking about where they could access it. Any actual or potential threat to the execution of a national critical function identified by the director of the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. The nature, degree, and likelihood of consequence to public and private sectors of the United States that would occur if vulnerabilities of the information and communications technology services supply chains were to be exploited, and any other source of information that the secretary determines appropriate and may consider where available. Any relevant threat assessment or report prepared by the Director of National Intelligence,
Hmm.
completed or conducted at the request of security, which obviously, going back to Snowden, right? They were saying they weren't monitoring us, they weren't doing this and that, and they were only
Now they're
doing it
telling us.
for certain, things like presidential
Mhm.
threats. They obviously were doing it a whole lot more, you know.
Mm.
And with
Like
this, they could do it for anything. They
yeah,
don't even. It's going to be for
anything they
anything and
deem,
everything.
anything they deem,
Mhm.
National
required.
security threat,
Us
Yeah,
having this
which is
podcast could cause them to do that.
yeah.
yeah,
The
anything they
best way to do
deem.
it
This
is
could.
have every and on your home network, have everything hardwired. Get rid of all your Bluetooth, all your Wi-Fi, anything that's
Mhm.
wireless, and have if you want to have security cameras, don't use the
Get a
wireless
dog.
ones. You'd have to have like a CCTV set up and like have
Mhm.
everything wired into like a
Mhm.
private server on your at your
Yep,
house.
no
Like it's
cloud,
getting to that
nothing.
point, man.
Yep, no cloud or anything.
And then have a
Oh, what,
what you
what that?
do is when you build your house, you put a huge copper frame, the Faraday cage around your house.
But yeah, no,
Just so the
it's
waves can't get in and out.
What
Yeah,
they?
man, it's such bullshit because it's like they're saying they're trying to ban TikTok for our benefit, right? For our safety because we don't know where our data's going. And it's like you're too stupid.
We
You're too
we don't know.
stupid to know.
We
You
don't
don't
know where it's
you
going with the U.S.
exactly.
mhm.
Thank you. That is a great freaking point. That's what I was trying to say. It's like they're saying it's like, well, because it's going to China, to a Chinese company, and don't get me wrong, China is China.
Mhm.
But China is China. But like this is happening, right? Because they want the data and China and they can't access it because it's going to the US doesn't have
The
the
U.S. won it
ability.
first. They
Exactly.
mad because they
And
didn't
they
think
could do it
about
on
it.
Facebook. Exactly. They could do it on Facebook. They could do it on Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, all that crap. They could do it on all of that besides TikTok. So that is the main reason why they want to ban this.
Well,
That is it. It's
Well,
not
it's also
anything else.
TikTok is like one of the main places where, you know, as individuals and as Americans, we can come together. Like I've seen so many videos to where it's like business owners did someone dirty and TikTok came together and like got their business, taken down because they did something wrong, or predators that were doing things and people came together and shed light on a situation. Like as
I'm pretty sure
individuals,
you.
we have the power to, look at it with Epstein, right? When
Hmm.
Epstein's
Mm.
list became public, everyone and their mother was talking about Epstein's list on TikTok, was calling people out. It's a place to where, as individuals, we have a voice. As Americans, we have the ability to sit there and determine what's going to happen and have control, some sense of control in this world. It's not just a social media platform, it's a whole lot more than that for individuals to all come together, and they don't like that.
Damn,
Well,
Austin, you
Well,
should be a publicist, man. That shit was about to make me
information.
cry.
Your information, like every time you send a message, an email, all this stuff they're sent to servers across the
Hmm.
world,
Hmm.
and
data
it leaves
centers.
a trace everywhere you go.
Hmm.
So your information is being stored in a foreign country on some server, whether you like it or not.
No, they're here. Their servers are here.
Well, yeah, I
They're
mean they
here
have servers here, but there are servers. I
everywhere.
think the main one is in Oslo. I think they
There's
have
one in
cable.
Virginia.
They have cables that run through across the ocean.
Hmm.
The trans oceanic cables that connect. I think it's some kind of fiber optics and stuff, but they have it. You got to see the map. It's a huge network of cables.
Is it?
Yeah, I'll
That's
um
cool.
I'll pull up the pictures.
So maybe they want to do this so they can see what people spend Bitcoin on and shit, maybe.
Well, it had crypto in there too. It's just more regulations. They're
Mhm.
Dude, they
dude.
also had synthetic what was it? Synthetic biology, computational
Yeah.
biology.
What is that?
They
What?
had
Probably
they
the
also
market
had
the mark, the chip that you were talking about,
Oh,
Rob.
yeah, they had biotechnology.
I mean, they can
So
Advanced
cut
they
your chip
will
off,
robot.
man.
So they
advanced
have
Chip.
what?
robotics.
Yeah, advanced robotics, biotechnology, synthetic biology,
So
com
that means that they will have access to biotechnology. So that means
yeah,
if a robot is built
Whoa,
and it's on
whoa,
the
whoa,
network,
whoa.
they have access to it.
yeah,
What they
e-commerce technology and services, including electronic techniques for
what they
accomplishing business transactions, online retail, you know.
So what
would
is
they be
this,
able to
Joshy?
control vibrators?
These are the cable.
Yours,
They're on the
yes.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
These are all the
Those are
cables.
cables.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is there's cables that are literally going from one side of the world to the other side of the world.
mhm.
Yep.
I
I'm
didn't
sure
know
you
that.
probably
I thought
seen
that
some of them when you were in the water, Austin, right?
By the looks of it, where I was at, no, not really. Yeah, by the looks of where I was at, no, I wouldn't have
Just
been
that
there.
big ass one right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got to, dude. We need
That's
to make
crazy.
sure we can get Texas hooked up with Mississippi. We need this cable.
that's the only way.
That's the only way.
Gulf of Mexico fiber optic network.
Yeah, that's the
And
only
look, and
That's
it
way.
cool
tells you
though,
what it
because
is.
I thought all of this was done over satellite. I didn't know there was actual like hardwired wires that connected everything.
Well, so the reason why, at least partially, is because obviously light travels faster than sound, and so satellite communications is significantly slower than fiber optics. So,
hmm
because I think
We
what
need
the
a
speed
blood
of
that goes
sound is like
faster than
700 some miles an hour. Mach
hmm
1 is like 700 something.
the speed of light is crazy.
186 186,000 miles per second.
Dang.
I think maybe if we ever made a vehicle that could do that, we might be able to do time travel. You remember we talked about that, Josh? Man, you did the one day.
We
I
talked
thought it
about
was
time travel.
We
thought
we
it was
when I
88.
was at Austin's house on 2A Brotherhood After Dark.
88 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in a
you,
DeLorean. You know what
you
I'm
know
saying?
that there's actually a person that holds the world time travel record.
Oh, the astronauts.
Yeah, well, there's a guy that actually spent so much time in space that he holds the time travel record.
What's that?
I think he's traveled like 0.2 seconds or something like that.
He's 2 seconds younger from at his
I don't
birth.
know. Let me see. I'm about to look it up.
Yeah, but I mean, a year is just the way we keep track of our time here. That doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? If you go to
Unless you go to
Mars, that year is longer.
Well,
You know
they
what I mean? To
say.
go around the sun, but you're still getting this old at the same age as before.
Well,
You know
they
what I
say
mean?
that
unless you
if
go on
you
that
were
planet
to,
that Damon was on.
so they say that if like say me and you, I don't know if this is true or not, but they say if me and you were born on the same day at the same time, and at our birth, they both gave us watches at the same exact time, set at the same exact time. Over the years, because of like different things that we do, like different places we go, lives we lived, our watches
Alcohol,
wouldn't be the
drugs.
same.
And how
You
fast
know,
you
like
move.
yeah, how fast we move, how far up we are. Like if you spend a lot of time climbing Mount Everest, and or whatever, then
Or in
our
a plane.
watches wouldn't match up by the time of our death. You know,
Why do they say that? That doesn't make any sense.
well, because if you think about how the Earth spins, it's
It's like relativity or something.
mhm,
Time
Mm-hmm.
time
yeah,
dilation and relativity.
yeah,
And apparently the effects of gravity are uh
Mm-hmm.
have something to do with the way time moves. So the closer you get to stronger gravity, time like moves slower. So if you move further away, I guess I don't. So
Mm-hmm.
with relativity, the person who was, yeah, they would be older, and that, yeah. So like you said, and apparently, if you get on the world's fastest roller coaster, you'll be like 0.0001 milliseconds younger when you get off.
Yeah. Just
That's
like
cool.
just like they say, like if you're near a black hole, uh time
Yeah,
will be slower if you were near a black hole. You know,
Really?
time doesn't always work
Once-
different. It works
yo,
differently in
so cool.
different ways, you know. Like it's not time isn't always the same. It changes based off of like where you're at.
I didn't know that. So
Yeah.
that means we could technically bend time.
In a sense, I guess.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
by small fractions of it, but yeah, that's
yeah.
I did not
So
know
that's
that.
what I'm
I
saying. Like
thought
if
time
me
was
and
just time.
I think they say that if like me and you were born like at the same exact time on the same exact day, like I said, and
Hmm.
we both get watches, and you spend like your times climbing mountains and living high up and everything, and I'm down low like on the ocean, and I fly a lot or you fly a lot or whatever, then our watches would not be the same based off of
Hmm.
lives that we lived.
I love black holes.
I do too.
Oh,
Me too.
black hose.
No,
Oh,
like when a star dies and explodes.
Oh, okay. I thought you said
and the
black
black
hose.
hole is formed. That sucks everything in.
I thought you were talking about Rob.
So yeah, like he was saying, there's a weird theory, man. So like if you there's a weird theory if you go into a black hole,
Mm-hmm.
if you because of relativity and time dilation, if you're at the black hole and you turn around and look out, you can you can watch the whole universe play out all the way to the end because you'll be watching time move faster outside, which is pretty interesting to think about. Like if this
So
So
stuff,
hold on. Whoa,
how would they know
Let-
that, though?
Let's paint this picture. You're saying
How would
if you get sucked in a black hole and you're
right?
looking out from the suckiness, right?
Mhm.
You're looking out that way. Since you're in here, time is slower in here than out there. So
Yeah,
therefore, you will see it play out faster.
yeah.
But that's just a theory,
Because
right?
listen,
Yeah.
so listen.
But the whole
Well,
thing is, isn't it once you enter a black hole, you just die? You like
No, you
well,
go to
yeah,
another
you
dimension.
die, but
mystical,
let
Go to
me
another dimension.
mystical.
put it this way. All right, you saw Interstellar, right?
A long time ago.
That's the thing
Okay.
I was talking about with Matt Damon.
On the movie Interstellar, remember when he says we can't spend too much time on this planet because it's too close to the black hole? And he said
Mhm.
every hour we spend on this planet will be 7 years back on Earth.
Oh.
So the closer you get to the gravity, to
Mhm.
heavy, stronger gravity, the more effect on time it has. So that's why when he went so close to the black hole, when he came out, he was over 125 years old or something.
Yeah.
So, quick question.
This is the guy
Um,
that is known for, I guess, most
the
time
longest time
travel.
travel. He's a
And it's
Ruski.
0.02 seconds. It's
He's a fucking
0.02
Ruski.
seconds. He spent
So,
803 days, 9 hours, and 39 minutes in orbit, and he has traveled 0.02 seconds in time.
that's not
He was
enough.
like, ha ha, I beat
So,
all of you.
It's more than you have.
Damn it! I forgot what I was gonna say now.
The black
So
hole?
all right. So in Interstellar, right? If you get closer, now is that just movie bullshit or is it actually
No.
what would happen?
That it's not movie nonsense. It's not Hollywood because
By
they
theory.
actually Christopher Nolan actually hired um the astrophysicist Kip Thorne to
Mhm.
write to help him with the science of the movie, and they actually published a book called, I think it's called The Science of Interstellar, and
Mhm.
you can read all of the equations. Everything's accurate.
Mhm. Time
So
travel
it's
is
the real
real.
deal, man. Relativity is a real thing. I mean, like you've seen, it's been proven here with this with the cosmonaut or the Russian.
Yeah.
The
So
Ruski.
so technically there is, even if there's not like a machine that'll take you back to 1940 to kill Hitler, there is actually time travel. Like there is
Just very
time.
minimal.
Yeah, it's just
Very minimal.
yeah, there is
We
legit
going
time
time
travel
traveling.
in this universe. It's just like I said, even if there's not, the government's not hiding a machine that'll take us back in time, like we can actually technically time travel.
Just very, very minimal.
Hmm.
I thought it was the DeLorean, bro. 88 miles per hour. You know what I mean? Got the
Right.
flux capacitor rolling.
So there was
That
a
would be cool though.
Got the
Like,
crystal meth in the pipe.
can you imagine like, well, actually, I don't know how the heck we would get over there. Like, if we could go to when Jesus was born, and just like
Hmm.
chilling in the back and just seeing Jesus being born, but like when you time travel, you stay on the part of the earth that you're in. So if you time traveled to go see Jesus, then there's no way to get from the United States to
Well, how would you
Israel.
know?
You'd have to
haven't
be
time traveled.
you'd have to be in like Israel.
In Israel, yeah.
Well, you could
already
if you had
in
a boat.
Bethlehem.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
back
know, but that'll
then
take
you didn't have
forever then, dude.
navigation systems. You didn't have
Yeah.
like maps weren't really that
Oh,
prominent. Like you'd have
Yeah.
to really wing it,
Yeah.
it's like you get back
This
in
is-
time and you go to see Jesus, and he just like I saw a meme. He just like looks at you and touches you on your shoulder and says, "Look, you don't belong here, son. You don't belong in this time."
Yeah.
Like he already knows.
But you couldn't even use like modern day maps. I don't think. I think like
Yeah, 'cause
even
the
modern.
roads wouldn't even that
I
wouldn't
think
be there.
most of the modern map that we have is pretty accurate. I mean, versus when it comes to like the coastlines and stuff. But I think most of it is accurate since the flood or after the flood. I think before the flood, the world looked like completely different. But something
Pangaea.
about the flood changed like
Yeah.
everything about the world.
But imagine you're trying to go through like the Panama Canal back in like the time of Jesus.
There
We
wouldn't
need, what is it,
exist.
Teddy Roosevelt?
Exactly.
We built that thing. We cut a hole. Everybody stopped trying. They were like, we don't want to go all the way around. Let's just cut a hole right here.
Yeah, exactly. You're looking at a modern day map and you're like, oh, just cut through right here. The
Yeah,
Panama
exactly.
Canal. You
No, but
know?
that would be, I don't know. Like going down this route has got me like kind of messed up. 'Cause it's
Plus,
like,
who even really knows what America was like back then?
it was peaceful with just Native Americans.
Yeah,
Killing the Native
then,
Americans.
but then you're a strange white man that
No,
speaks
that was the
English.
joke, Rob. It was peaceful.
Yeah, but then you're a
Um,
strange
the
white
whites.
man in America with a bunch of Native Americans, and now you have to find your way back to, you have to find your way to the ocean, get a boat, which I'm sure they didn't have boats, in America in that time. So then you have to build a boat
It's big.
and then find a way to sail across the world to Israel.
to the Pacific. Go through
Yeah.
the Pacific, land in China or India.
White people just don't know how to mind their business, man.
I know.
Half of you
The
doesn't
word-
know
Thank
mind your
God,
business.
though.
They did not know about disease.
We wouldn't have
until the
this
white man
country.
came.
Yeah, we would all be vaccinated, so we wouldn't bring anything bad for the old school Native Americans.
Undervaxxed and overtaxed.
Right? And as a matter of fact, their antibodies were probably even stronger back then.
There was no STDs back then, right?
There's actually a thing about syphilis. I don't think syphilis really came about
The Middle Ages, right?
until like the 1600s. Like the earliest case of syphilis I think they found was like the 1600s. Because
Hmm.
syphilis changes like the structure of your bones. Like if you die with syphilis, like you can tell someone died with syphilis
Yeah,
because the
yeah.
way, like you get like holes in your bones.
And also holes in your brain.
Yeah, so I think the
Let's Google
earliest
it.
case
Hey, when was the first case of syphilis in the United States?
in the United States it'd have been like the 1700s, I think. But like over in England, I think it was like the earliest case they found was like maybe the early 1700s or late 1600s. But I'd have
All
But
right,
how
gone
yeah,
long
back.
was
let's
it
look up in
around
Europe.
before people was just
It's
saying they just going crazy?
1494.
I'd have gone
Okay,
back and
first of
I'd
all,
have been the one to bag Pocahontas.
bruh. So, all right, the first recorded outbreak of
I'm just kidding.
syphilis
She's
in
12.
Europe occurred in
That sounds about your style.
1994 and 1995 in Naples, Italy. So the Italians had the first outbreak of syphilis. So
When did you say that was?
1940. I'm sorry, 1494 and
Damn.
1495.
Oh wow, so I was off.
Yeah.
So what made it
Nah.
stop after that?
I don't know. Lambskin condoms.
No, I don't think they had contraceptives that back
I know
then,
that was
right?
that was the joke.
Mm.
That was a joke. All right, so
Prostitution's what stopped it.
the NIH
What
is
they got
saying
tested?
that okay,
Hey,
so
something's leaking out of there. You need to go.
the NIH says syphilis was the first result of a sexual intercourse between a prostitute suffering from gonorrhea, and then eventually it turned into syphilis. That's crazy. So the
How did it
horrors
turn
are,
into that?
huh?
How did gonorrhea turn into syphilis?
I don't know. That's
He
what
went into the
NIH is
stink and
saying.
then he dove into the pink. He did the stink before the pink.
Brief history of syphilis. I don't know how we ended up on this topic, but let's get the
we
fuck
went
out of
from a TikTok bill all the way to
Syphilis and
VD.
gonorrhea.
it.
No, we went from TikTok bill to time travel to syphilis.
Yeah.
Well, you got to if you're going back in time, you better bring some condoms. Apparently, if you're going between 1940, especially in Italy in
Hey, yo.
1494.
Yeah, what was that? What was that
Can we
movie
get?
where?
Can somebody pull up pictures of back then, 1494? Like,
They
Hey,
don't
yo.
have
no
pictures of
pictures,
back then,
motherfucker.
dumbass.
no, but I'm just saying pictures, you dick face.
They don't have
like
pictures,
paintings and shit,
dumbass.
motherfucker. They had paintings, right?
It's not a
That's true.
picture.
That's
That's
true.
not a
You know
picture.
what I meant, motherfucker.
Nah, Rob saved it. Hold on.
The first camera-
What do you mean I saved it?
The
That's what I
first camera was invented in 1203.
Mm.
No, 1816. Right.
All right,
Anyway,
Rob,
so,
I got you.
dude,
I got you
what
right
was-
here, buddy.
Hey, yo, what was that movie where Dave Chappelle goes to get the marijuana and he's like, "Hey, if you need a guinea pig, I'd be a good candidate because my grandfather was in the Tuskegee experiments."
Have baked.
Here we go.
That was where
Rob.
that's the one where they gave them all gonorrhea, right? Or syphilis, right? They gave all the people syphilis.
Yo, look at the man all the way to the right. He look.
This guy?
Yeah,
Nah,
no, the
that's
guy
not
with the
all the way to
lips.
the right.
He got the
over.
Big
Sorry,
Big
I
Mac
got my
lips.
phone.
Big Mac.
Oh, this guy?
That kind of looked like
See-
the man that was stealing luggage.
Oh yeah, the secretary of like nuclear energy.
Don't he?
Oh man.
The
Maybe
guy or girl, I guess, Sam Britton.
I guess that's part of his lineage, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. That started all the way in in 1494.
When gonorrhea started, when syphilis started. I'm sorry, syphilis.
Oh man, that's hilarious. That is so.
I'm trying to look up. I'm trying to remember which king it was. So, going because you got me on this, Rob, talking about pictures back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So back before they had actual cameras and it was just paintings, there was a king, but I can't remember which king it was. But there was a king who was looking for a bride, right? Was looking to make someone a queen, and so he sent out painters to like paint this specific girl, right? And so he sent out a painter to accurately paint this girl, and this person came back, painted the girl like after seeing her, and then asked people, was like, is this what she looks like? And everyone was like, yeah, that's a pretty accurate portrait of her, right? And she was a beautiful woman according to the portrait, right? And so this is what the king was like, okay, this is gonna be my girl, this is gonna be my boo thing. This is a true story, by the way. He might not have said it like that. So he sent for her to come. He sent for her to come to him, right? And this king had gotten injured like back in the day, so he kind of put on a little bit of weight. And what he did was, when she was like arriving by carriage, he dressed up as a knight and pretended to be a knight. And he was trying to like talk to this girl, but not as a king, as a knight. And like bitch basically swerved him. Like she basically swerved his ass, right? And it was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good, fam. And so as retaliation, he was like, yeah, no, this bitch was too ugly. She's not gonna be my bride.
I thought you was gonna say kill that bitch.
No, he was like, nah, she too ugly to be my bride. I can't marry her. But the whole time
and
it
then
was
she hit him with the Me Too movement.
Yeah. But so
Oh,
she
you
ended up
gonna
not
drop
becoming
me?
queen. But like she was actually like a very good looking woman, but he was like, nah, she too ugly. But so he basically had a bunch of like ugly paintings of her made to be like, yeah, I couldn't make this bitch my bride.
Yo.
Right, Josh, you just gonna scroll past that real quick? Watch, that shit's gonna be on the cover art of this episode.
That's
It's
the
gonna
thumbnail.
be that picture again.
That was the first time that he put it on.
That's why I
And
went by
couldn't
so
get it
fast.
off, yeah. I could not get it
It's
off.
just so
I
could
didn't
not
even want
stop
to
laughing
share
that
it,
night.
dude. I didn't even want to share it on Facebook because, like, the first thing people are gonna see is
That was a funny
his
episode,
name?
though, man. That was a
Kevin
good
something?
episode, man.
Kevin James.
yeah.
Oh,
Kevin
that's
James
Kevin
with
Blart.
tits.
Yeah, Paul Blart,
No, that's Paul Blart. I'm sorry, Kevin
Paul
James. You're
Blart.
right.
aka Kevin James.
Paul Blart, the real cop.
Mhm.
Is it
That's
still up
hilarious.
there?
No, it's gone. Thank God.
No,
But
I
I
mean
don't
you
know if
got
you
rid of. I mean, I'm talking about the video with the live stream with that picture as the thumbnail.
Oh, I mean that was like a year ago, dude. I
No, it wasn't a year. Oh, yeah, it was last year. It was last year, but it wasn't a year ago.
yeah.
Yo, I laughed so freaking hard, man.
Dude, I kept trying to say, like, share it, and every time I shared it, it was just him with titties. I was like, yo,
I
why is this
remember.
happening? And then we even changed the cover art. Like, we straight up changed it. You changed it, Josh, and then
Mhm.
I shared it again, and the same thing happened. Like, Facebook, it was just like, hey, look at this. That's hilarious.
Good old Kevin James.
It was Henry the Eighth. That was the king. Henry the Eighth.
Ah,
Okay.
Henry the Eighth.
Not
Yeah.
the ninth.
No. Yeah, Henry the Eighth. And yeah, that was him. He was the king that basically got swerved.
Because
How did he look?
He was.
Not very good looking. So I'll pull up a
It
picture.
don't
there
matter.
a
He was a
picture of
fucking
him?
king.
I'll pull up a picture of him.
See if they got a Polaroid.
Yeah, see if they got
I think it was all digital back then. Like they had,
with the fiber optic cables going.
Yeah.
along
Yeah,
and stuff.
let's see here. I'll pull up a
That's
picture.
awesome.
Yeah, he was a little chunky for his, for
Did you say
his bride.
King?
Here, I
Which
got
Well,
it.
king
I already got
did
it
you
pulled
say?
up. I already
Yeah,
got it
yeah.
pulled up.
back in the day, rich people were fat.
Yeah.
Henry.
Well,
Mm.
he got injured basically.
Yo, look at the picture in the middle at the bottom. It's like a modern version of Henry the Eighth. You see it?
hmm
He kind of looks like Zelensky.
Oh, you talking about right there?
Yeah, yeah.
He looks like Zelensky, the Ukraine president and shit.
Yeah, you're right.
He's a
And then
he's a
this is
billionaire now.
and then this is the girl right here, I'm pretty sure.
That
Wait,
bitch
was
don't
that
look pretty.
what was that movie?
Well, that's the
Look at
point.
that fucking
That was,
hairline.
that was the point of like there was a bunch of paintings, but I'm trying to see if there's a painting, the actual painting that I think the dude made.
Right there. Dude, it's the internet. You never like. I don't know.
But yeah, like this was the girl that basically swerved his ass.
She
But
said
she
you.
ugly.
Yeah, but Rob, like you have the lens of nowadays pretty. Back then was completely different. Can you imagine
Now,
how
what
much
the
they
fuck was
stunk?
ugly? What the fuck was ugly back then?
Really ugly. But can you imagine what they smelled like?
What, like a treasure trove? They smell like
Yo,
Albania.
they had to. There was a town.
I'm fucking
I
with you.
saw a video where because
What?
they had no irrigation systems, and they
Uh-huh.
basically there was just
Shit
all of the
everywhere.
waste everywhere, like outside the city. So
That's why the
it
fuck they
got to
got
the
the
point where
plague.
it smelled so bad that everybody just left, and they built a new city.
They're like, yeah, we can't do this no more.
And then the Black Plague roved around because they wanted to be dirty ass bitches.
Hey,
Bro,
that's around now. In they found that in L.A.
No, it's still
in
around,
Skid
man.
Row.
And,
Yeah,
and,
Skid
and it's
Row.
in a lot of third world countries where
they
the
found the
immigrants coming
Black
from.
Plague in L.A.
I ain't
Yeah,
hear about that.
in Skid Row.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the
Yeah.
slums.
No, Skid Row, where all the homeless people are.
Yeah, the
'Cause they're
slums where it's
filthy.
kind of like was back in the day, with shit everywhere and
Yeah.
trash and.
Yep.
Underneath the rotting pizza.
Mhm.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Well, I guess it was drugs back then too, but it wasn't called drugs; it was medicine.
Yeah, medicine.
Yeah, the good old days when you could just pop a Coke and get some cocaine.
No, you could just smoke some opium and it was an energy
Be
drink.
okay.
No, I'm
Yeah,
playing.
remember
It
they
was
were
a
taking
sleep aid.
they had
It
the
was a sleep
tincture.
aid.
Coke.
It was the they had laudanum. You remember that?
Lord.
Yeah,
Oh,
laudanum.
that's what Wyatt Earp wife was taking.
Who?
Wyatt
A,
Earp.
f- a
Have you ever
formulated
seen?
oral administration opium tincture is made of air dried poppy
Mm-hmm.
and
It was
latex
those
and
out.
contains alkaloids such as morphine and codeine.
Ooh.
Damn.
And it was like a liquid dropper, and then people would just take it like
As
the
many
oil.
as they wanted.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
would
you
just
can
drop it
get
into their
from the
mouth.
store.
I'm getting that lean.
Put it under my tongue.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
And
Yeah, but that's
isn't that
it.
wild?
Wyatt Earp's wife was addicted to that. So they say.
Who's Wyatt Earp?
On huh?
Who's Wyatt Earp? Who's the person you're talking about? What's his name?
Wyatt Earp,
Who's that?
a famous Western person
Oh,
back in the
okay.
Western days, a
Got you.
lawman.
I thought you were saying a white Earp. I'm like, what the heck is a white Earp?
I'm sorry, I don't know how to say it foreign, Dimitri.
That's English. I thought you were saying white Earp. I'm like, what the fuck is a white
Wyatt
Earp?
Earp?
Is this a rapper that I don't know about? Lil White Earp. What was that guy that used to roll around with 3 6 Mafia that was white? what
Lil
was his
White.
name? Yeah, Little White. Yeah, he
No, it was
straight
Lil
talked
White.
about.
Lil White. It's like I'm
It was
I
Lil
like that
White.
White.
That one song that you let me hear about him, it's like yo straight talks about like just redneck issues and drugs. Like he
Hey,
was like we Juicy J and DJ Paul were like, all right, we need to get some of these white people to like this guy. Let's hey man, write about
you talk about your life
codeine
and
and
drugs.
pills. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What was that?
Austin, why are you
Sign
sitting there
me
looking
up.
all fucking serious, Austin? You need to chill out, yo.
Doing
Yeah.
research on something.
Taking or is it watch me choke about this dope blueberry from Texas. You want to get up in rotation? That's too bad because I'm stressing. By now it's 1:30 a.m. 11 Percocets just entered me.
That's a lot of perks.
No, right? 11 Percocets.
At the same damn time. I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, that's so wild, man. So there was also a couple things. We don't have to talk about it because I know politics is not a huge thing. So there was the State of the Union that we didn't talk about that we missed last week, and then there was Nikki Haley stepping out of the race and Mike Pence refusing to endorse President Trump. And then something else about them dropping the case in Georgia, the charges in Georgia for the election fraud stuff. But yeah, anyway,
Real quick, it
Wyatt
wasn't. I was wrong for a second. I just want to correct myself. It wasn't Ann Boleyn was the woman. It was Ann Cleves was the woman that was quote unquote too ugly for him. I need to correct myself because I didn't think that was right. So I just need to correct myself. This is the actual girl that was too ugly for him right here. Yeah. So just wanted to correct myself real quick.
dude, do you think people look so medieval back then like that?
Yeah, dude. That's how they dressed, man. It was crazy.
Not the way they dressed. I don't know if it's like the art style and the way the artist painted the people and the way they looked, but I'm saying like, do you think they actually looked like that with that like that European kind of like UK Britain kind of look, or is that just the way the artist rendered the image, like the Mona Lisa? You know what I mean?
Well,
She was. I think she was German.
Well, yeah. So European,
Mhm.
Great Britain, like that kind of art style, the the Renaissance, everything that went through
Or
Europe.
what would have been German back then. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it probably fashion and art rendering or artist rendering.
Yeah, maybe because like they look
Probably a
all
mix
this.
of
They look.
both.
You know what? And I forgot. I did forget to mention they also did. They practiced a lot of incest back then too.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's probably a mix of
All of the above.
clothing. Also, like pale women were very um like like paler people were looked at as higher class. So a lot of like these
Yeah.
higher class people were pale, which I think really helps with that medieval type look.
The medieval look.
Yeah.
the medieval.
You mean gothic look?
No, the medieval look.
Bruh.
Just like
In
over
the
in like
medieval times.
I think some Asian countries, like it's still the same way to where like paler women are more sought after
The
because it
what?
shows higher
Yeah.
class. You don't work in the sun, you know.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Isn't that wasn't that something that the geishas would do, and the what do they call
in
it? The
Asian
kabuki
culture is
theater,
very big.
and they would just make themselves white. They
Mhm.
would paint their skin white.
Yeah. So in Asian culture, the whiter the skin, even now, like if like especially in like areas where there's darker skinned Asians, like
Mhm.
Thailand and stuff like that. When
Yeah.
there's like a light skinned or like white skinned Asian woman, they're like, whoa. They can be ugly as shit. You know what I mean? But their
Mhm.
Mhm.
skin is like really, really white, so that's like a big thing over there.
Just like light skinned women nowadays.
Yo,
Yeah.
you remember when they
Have
used
you
to
seen
like?
Beyonce, dude? That like she's literally a white woman now.
Have you
to-
seen Little Kim?
Did you
I'm
see Michael
She looks
Jackson?
like she's like a clay
Yeah.
project that got dropped on her face.
Clay project,
Did you see Michael Jackson? He was like a white woman too.
bro.
Yeah, no,
That
but
was
like
natural, man.
No,
That
but
was
listen,
natural.
They're
like for Jay-Z to talk about all that black pride shit and Black Lives Matter, but look at his wife. Like his wife has literally turned into a white woman.
You think he should have been with somebody that was Bernie Mac black?
I'm not saying he could be with whoever he wants, but look at that's
Not with the
Beyonce.
black. I'm about to say Black Plague with the black. I'm sorry, man.
Black
Like,
power.
Black Pride.
Like for real, dude. Like she's a
Wakanda
white
forever.
woman now.
Hey,
And
yo.
this dude is like, you need to be
Wakanda
black
forever.
and proud. And then now his wife is white. Like, why did you make your wife turn white?
hey
Maybe
yo,
he didn't. Maybe she wanted to be.
you guys remember this? The Sasha Fierce thing.
No.
When
No.
we were geeking at that her face when she was like, yeah, I became Sasha Fierce. She was like,
Nah,
I was
what was-
possessed. I was possessed on stage and became Sasha Fierce.
Oh,
You
is
I
that
had
remember
to
we
find
were
with the one
geeking
that
at the
should be?
white woman that became black?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
but you can't do that. That's racist.
like you're telling me that's Beyonce?
Is that Beyonce? It looks like J Lo.
It was like
That's,
a man.
apparently, it's Beyonce who was possessed by Sasha Fierce.
Oh, really?
You know, I'm trying to find that picture, yo. We were laughing so hard at it.
'Cause was it like this? Like last year, there was like a video.
right there.
Oh,
Yo.
man, look at this.
She got some nice quads.
Oh man,
Oh,
like
man.
she literally looks like a dude in that picture. Yo. Dude, look how shredded she is, yo. Like I don't know if it's
Is that a real
Photoshop.
picture?
Look at the
I don't
size
think
of
that's a
her.
real picture.
Look at the size of her triceps, yo. Yo, that is too funny. That was a good laugh, man.
Mhm.
What was the name of that woman who wanted to become that German woman who wanted to be black?
I don't remember, Josh. You remember you looked it up. We seen it on your memes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Her name is Martina Big.
Yeah, Martina Big.
Martina Big.
Yo, look at this woman, yo. This is her before and after.
Hold on. Oh my god, really? So what did they do to her skin?
Injection.
Like she looked so good before, and then
I don't know about all that, Josh, but
well,
Why
just,
she got big
I'm
titties
just
but
saying,
no
like
ass?
she looked,
She ain't get a
she-
bigger ass.
she looked natural, but then
what kind of black woman is that?
look
Yo,
at this
she was
doctor.
funny with
Look
the
at
blonde hair, man.
Look
Look
at-
at
look
the
at the-
blonde hair with the top
look at
right.
the doctor's face. Like somebody did not do their job.
Right?
Nah,
she
like,
literally
she-
looks.
she-
she's
She
a
looks
black-
like the Safari Man on Beetlejuice, man.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, man. She
Oh,
looks
that's
like a.
before.
It's
I
like
don't
a doll,
understand the
man.
titties and no ass, man.
I really don't know what made her decide to do
Maybe
this.
German black women have big tits and no booty, Rob. And
Yeah, but you
that
want to
is-
be black.
That's what I
How
mean.
do
Maybe
Albanian black
those
women look?
women
Ain't no
have
such
big
thing.
boobs.
Hey,
But she seems
how
to be
do
happy
how do
with how she looks.
Albanian
So
how do Albanian black women look, Dimitri?
We ain't had none. We are a pure-blooded race over here. There's no mixture.
Until they get ran through in America.
Or, when Turkey took over, no, they didn't touch nothing. When Italy took over, no, they ain't touched nothing. When anybody that has taken over Albania, nah, they ain't touched nothing. They left all the women alone. There was not one single foreign semen drop ever dropped inside of a natural, homegrown Albanian woman in
Now,
history.
is that an insult to Albanian women?
What?
The fact that no one wants them?
Oh, that's funny. Well, look at that. I don't know how we ended up on this topic. Oh, because we were talking about Beyonce going white.
Right there, she kind of looked like someone from back in the day. You remember we went to church with?
Oh,
I bet
geez.
she did, Rob.
I
I bet
was-
she did look like someone from back in the day.
Yeah.
You were thinking the same thing, Josh?
I just wasn't gonna say it.
I didn't want to say it even, but it makes it even funnier, doesn't it?
Well, apparently she gets as much as an
Bro.
Albanian woman does now.
Right.
Oh my goodness, man. That
What,
is so
the
wild.
price of an Albanian woman is 2 rats, right, Dimitri?
No, it's 4.5. Seasoned, motherfucker. We need some salt on them.
A couple chickens.
Prices went up. Inflation.
Couple
A rat.
chickens.
Y'all can stretch a rat out for a week, right, with rice.
5 heads of
With
cabbage.
rice? Motherfucker, we're not Asian. It
And a
was
sack of
beans
potatoes.
and paprika.
At times we're like, we're not tainting our bloodline with this shit.
Yo.
So wild, man.
Oh, shit's funny, man. This is a good episode, man.
Turk said, never
Ready for
mind,
the
we don't want this.
Oh, they wanted it. Skandar Bela
He said, oh, they wanted it.
had to go out with his sword. And
They
win
had to
it
go
back.
caveman on them and drag them by their hair, Dimitri? Or did they just give it up?
Hey, but you guys didn't really give them a whole lot of reasons to fight for it.
I don't know. I don't know what. I mean, I'm horrible at Albanian history. I don't know
You're
why
a
the
fucking
Turks
asshole, man.
had.
You know more about black history than Albanian history.
Yeah, I know. I grew up here.
The
You
fuck
don't
that
My
call-
family gets
hey,
offended when I
Rob,
say like I consider myself to be
Hmm?
American. They're like, "What
We
do you
don't-
mean? You're Albanian?" Yeah, I know I'm Albanian, but I grew up here. Like,
We
I'm
call
not
them.
saying I'm not
I was
Albanian.
just trying to speak.
No,
I don't give
you're
a
good.
fuck.
You're good.
I don't give a fuck.
No, I was gonna correct you, Rob. We call them February people.
What, Albanians?
No.
Oh, black people? That's a little racist, man.
Why do they call February people?
Black History Month, you dumb bitch.
I was like, what? Like, what does that have to do anything with it? The February people.
Damn, Dimitri, you fucked up everything, man.
I don't fuck up anything.
You fucked up Austin's joke, a racist joke.
That's not
Oh.
racist.
You are.
I'm fucked. February people? That's like calling black people ancient farm equipment.
I would never say that.
What? Oh my god.
I would never say that.
That's so messed. We're so getting
Fucking
banned off
asshole,
of
you.
YouTube.
I would
after that
never
one.
say that,
Well,
Rob.
Rob said it. So
I said it. I'm just saying it's compared to that.
It's an ancient farm equipment.
All right. So
Like,
that
ancient, like it was
Let the-
that long ago, dude.
let the
It's
record show.
antique, by the way. It's antique.
Let the
Oh,
record show that Rob said
yeah.
that.
The
Let
black
the
man
record
said
show
it.
the only man, the black man said it, not us.
Yes.
Uh,
The
not
white
us
people did not
whiteys.
say it this time.
The whiteys know their place in this podcast.
The black
Yes.
one don't rain.
You know what? I think we're shadow banned.
Oh, man.
Why couldn't we tell them the truth?
I'm surprised I'm still on TikTok.
Hey,
I kicked off the-
you know what?
Maybe people are getting a sense of humor nowadays.
Yeah, you put the well, we're gonna ban you. TikTok's like, hold up a second.
Thank God.
Hey, you know
People are
what?
getting a sense of humor.
This is the type of stuff that will actually end racism in this
Right.
country.
Open conversation, open dialogue, and funny jokes.
Yeah,
Right.
like nothing is like when it's said in a place of like trying to hurt someone, then that's different. But if you're saying it with like a group of people and you're just joking around, you know, you make fun of me and my color, I make fun of you and your color, all lighthearted. That's what ends racism.
Dude, you got me crying.
Who, Austin?
I don't know, whoever was making jokes.
Well, you with that farm equipment joke.
That was Rob.
Yeah, that's
Right,
what I was
Rob?
saying. I was.
Rob,
it
you
was
said it,
Rob.
right, Rob?
I was not
Yeah.
the first, I was not the first person to say it 2 months ago.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Cannot be
Man, we
proven.
lost
in a
2
court of
viewers,
law.
man. What the fuck happened?
It can't be proven in a court of law. Actually,
Viewers?
yeah,
I'm crying too, man.
Some
there were
Haji-
4 people.
Some Haji's trying to join my TikTok live.
Did you let him?
No, because last time I couldn't get rid of him. It was so annoying.
Am I allowed to join,
You can. I don't care.
Mr. Squidward? Yeah. So that was
All
pretty
right,
funny,
so
man.
I need to get some sleep. It is
No,
1
fuck
o'clock.
your sleep.
I need to get
It's
some sleep too.
12:57, man. We got
I
some
gotta
minutes
wake up
before
at 4
one.
and work out and then go to work.
Well, then skip your workout, man.
No.
I need to
That's
get
not how
some
it
sleep
works.
too.
Dang, Josh turned on the after dark lights on. He was like, all right.
That light up there, the bench light or whatever, is for the camera. This one here, I actually was able to. I asked the pastor, and he let me borrow the lens for the camera they used to live stream for the podcast. But I couldn't find the. I got to find my capture card, so I'll make sure it's all set up for next week.
Dude, we need to make an annual come over my house during nice weather and do a podcast and a fire outside every single year.
In an
It's a
orgy.
good idea. The annual meeting of the Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Can it
And
be
we
an
do it
orgy
in my
too?
backyard, dude.
Dude, I want to do. It'd be so dope if we had like, that. I want to make that logo with the medieval knight with the full suit of armor with the AR-15.
That sounds sexy, man.
It would look dope, right?
Yeah, that sounds sexy as shit.
Oh, Josh, can you send me our logo in a black, like a white,
Black
like
and white.
either a black background or a white background, and then a white logo or a black logo? Like
I'll
whatever's
send both.
opposite. Yeah, whatever's opposite. You know,
What do you? Well, it depends what you're using it for.
t-shirts.
Oh, so I'll send
Well,
the.
let's get off live and then 'cause
Logo without the
we were
background.
supposed to talk about that.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
not talk about business where everybody else can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Fuck 'em.
awesome podcast, guys.
Yeah, man, that was nice.
Yeah. I
Had
think
some
it was
laughs.
one of the funniest ones we had, man.
Yeah, yo. That was awesome.
Somehow I'm not banned off of TikTok yet. So
Because it's all love, man. It's all
Yeah.
love.
And the stream's still running, so we're good.
Right?
And the black person said it, so it would only it would even be
okay.
better if I was trans or gay, trans gay. You know what I mean?
We
No,
can always
I'm the trans
identify
gay
it for
one.
the podcast. You know what I mean?
Would you
So this
say?
could technically be the first ever conservative trans podcast.
I'm the trans gay one. Don't you
Yes.
take my title from me,
So you're
That's all
trans
him.
gay.
you
So you like
ignorant
women?
bitch.
Wait a
Who,
minute.
me?
So that means you
I love
you
women.
change from a man, you become a woman, and then you date
Gay.
men or women if you're
No,
trans
he's a
gay.
trans gay. So
Both,
he
because
he
I
goes
don't
from male
discriminate.
to female, and then he's a gay female, so he likes females.
I actually like to think of myself
Come
as
on, it makes
pansexual.
sense.
It
does.
makes sense, but like,
He's
why
a
wouldn't you just
trans
stay a
lesbian.
man?
I actually more consider
He said,
myself
"Why don't you just stay a man?"
a pansexual.
He's a trans lesbian.
Is that what they're
You
called?
said pan or
Pan,
trans?
pansexual.
What does that mean?
So he
Uh,
fucks anything.
I fuck anything and everything.
Oh
I'm
my
just-
goodness.
Even
Sexual,
horses?
romantic, or emotional attraction towards people of all genders or regardless of their sex or gender identity,
That's me.
according to Wikipedia.
That's me. All the way, baby.
Baby. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't forget, y'all, April 8th, the solar eclipse is coming up. We got 3 weeks or so, roughly. So get ready.
What time is it gonna be?
I said it was around 12:40-ish, I think, Central. So that means 1. I'll send you the times. I'll text it to you guys.
April 8th is the apocalypse.
If you do want to see it on the East Coast,
No.
the furthest the west you'd have to drive is like Cleveland.
Ohio.
No, Cleveland, Iraq. Like, I'm kidding. Cleveland, Iraq. Yeah, no. Yeah, Cleveland, Ohio.
If
That's
you
like
want to
if you-
see it, you have to go to Cleveland. Is that what you're saying?
well, no, if you want to see it turn like nighttime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
But
shit
when-
ain't happening over here.
Yeah.
So
Not
anyway,
going to fucking Cleveland to see that shit.
Cleveland sucks.
it's okay. I'm gonna take videos. I'm gonna live stream. So you guys will get to see it,
Okay.
and we can
Mm.
share it on the podcast.
Is it gonna happen
channel.
in Texas?
Yeah, it's right over San Antonio.
How the fuck
Sweet.
else is Josh on to fucking videotape it?
I don't know. He said Cleveland. I don't know if he was traveling to Cleveland.
No, so look, the path of the eclipse looks like this. I'll show you let me share the picture real quick. This is how the eclipse is going to travel.
Oh, okay.
So, that being said, it was a great podcast, and we love you guys. Thanks for watching.
And we're not racist.
Not at all.
But we are transphobic.
He hates what he is, so
I hate
I'm a
myself.
trans lesbian.
I hate myself for not being good enough for the
I
LGBTQIA plus community.
I love women that was born women.
You love yourself.
Me too.
Come on.
I hate myself for not being part of the trans LGBTQIA plus community.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yo, remember when Jesse Lee Peterson was like, "Yes, but no one cares."
It's so true.
That was so funny, man.
It's so true. Maybe we can touch on that on our two-way brotherhood after dark.
Maybe he'll invite all of us over to his podcast.
I would love that.
That means we're flying out to LA, guys.
I would love to pick his brain.
Who said that?
Jesse Lee
Jesse
Peterson,
Lee Peterson.
nigga.
Jesse Lee.
Dude, you know we're
Peterson?
live.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
Black
end it.
look,
person can't say nigga when we live. I'm playing. I know. I said I wasn't going to do it. I'm sorry.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
All right, well, let's end the podcast so Rob could say the N word.
Well,
Nah,
he
you
already
can
did
say it.
twice.
As long as it's just Rob.
Okay.
Like when you said it to Demetri, you make it seem like everybody said it's not on camera.
Allegedly.
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 Just
Allegedly.
as long as the
allegedly
white
said-
people don't see it on camera, we're good.
We
Well,
allegedly
that's how
say
it's
it
been in
off.
history, Rob. It was a
Alright.
good one, fellas.
It was
Yes,
so fun. I love you guys so much, man. I swear.
Right.
Love you too, brother.
Yeah, y'all are so funny.
No, you're funny.
And that's
No.
the fucking problem.
You said that's the fucking problem.
That's the problem.
Why?
I don't know. No, you the man, and that's the problem. What movie is that from?
Because he said so.
It wasn't on Tropic Thunder, was it?
No. It wasn't that. Maybe it was. No, that was the part where he's like, "What do you mean, you people? What
Yeah.
do you mean, you people?"
And then when he turned back white, he took the what's the names out, the contacts and everything, and
He had
his
blue
eyes were
eyes.
bright blue.
Dude, they're trying to cancel it, yo. They're trying to cancel Tropic Thunder. It's so messed up.
It's so funny, man.
It's so funny. They were trying to get Ben Stiller to like apologize for it, and he was like, "I stand by it." He was like, "It's a classic," and yes, it
It
is.
is. It is.
Josh, I thought you were ending this thing.
I am. I was just waiting for you guys to finish your conversation.
Oh, to shut up. Okay,
No.
shut up, Rob.
All right. See you guys next week.
Yep.
God
God bless.
we-
Remember,
we
the
don't
quote of the day
know.
was
Don't trust the government, even though they tell you to trust them.
A hoe will always be a hoe.
all righty. Well, see you later.
On that note, cue Donald
Okay,
Trump.
bye.
Once you get into that, you start getting into a situation, the slippery slope, where all of a sudden you're going to really violate the Second Amendment. I don't want to do anything to violate the Second Amendment. To me, the Second Amendment is very important.